Welcome to Smiley Toon TV, the place where creativity meets joy. We explore fascinating ideas, ignite your imagination, and spark positive thinking, all with a smile. Ready to embark on a fun journey of discovery? Let's get started and fill your mind with happiness and inspiration. In a bustling city where the rhythm of life often drowned out the subtle sounds of existence, there lived a woman named Clara. She was a marketing executive, perpetually caught in the whirlwind of deadlines, meetings, and the constant ping of notifications on her phone. Clara was no stranger to stress. Her life was a cacophony of demands, each one pulling her in a different direction. Yet, amidst the chaos, she felt an inkling that something was missing. It was not until one fateful day that she stumbled upon the transformative power of mindfulness. It all began on a Tuesday morning, a day like any other, when Clara was running late for a meeting. As she hurriedly sipped her coffee, a thought struck her. She had forgotten to respond to an important email. Frustration bubbled within her, and as she rushed out the door, she felt the familiar tension creeping into her shoulders. The city streets were alive with noise, honking cars, chattering pedestrians, and the distant wail of sirens. Clara's mind raced alongside the bustling crowd, caught in a loop of thoughts about her workload, her boss's expectations, and the looming deadlines. As she approached the subway station, she noticed a small, unassuming bench tucked away in the corner. For a fleeting moment, she considered sitting down to collect her thoughts. Instead, she dismissed the idea, thinking it was a waste of time. But as she descended into the underground, the rhythm of the train echoed the chaos in her mind, and she felt an overwhelming urge to pause, to breathe, to simply be. In that moment, Clara made a choice. She closed her eyes for a heartbeat, allowing the sound of the train to wash over her. She focused on her breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly, feeling the tension begin to dissipate. It was a simple act, but it was profound. She realized that in the whirlwind of her life, she had forgotten the importance of being present, of taking a moment to simply observe her thoughts and feelings without judgment. With newfound clarity, Clara boarded the train. As she settled into her seat, she observed the people around her. A mother cradled her sleeping baby, a teenager was engrossed in his music, and an elderly man read the newspaper, his brow furrowed in concentration. Each person was lost in their own world, yet together they formed a tapestry of shared existence. Clara felt a sense of connection, a reminder that everyone was navigating their own challenges, their own joys. When she arrived at her office, Clara carried this sense of mindfulness with her. In the conference room, her colleagues were engaged in a heated discussion about the latest marketing campaign. As opinions clashed and voices rose, Clara felt the familiar urge to jump in, to assert her perspective with fervor. But this time, she hesitated. She took a moment to breathe, to observe the dynamics of the room. She noticed how the tension escalated with each interrupting voice, how the energy shifted from collaboration to competition. With a newfound awareness, Clara raised her hand lightly, signaling her desire to speak. Instead of launching into her points, she began with a simple observation. "I appreciate everyone's passion for this project." The room quieted, and for a brief moment, the air shifted. Clara continued, "I think we all want the same outcome, and perhaps we could benefit from hearing each other's ideas before we dive into solutions." Her colleagues paused, their expressions softening. Clara felt the power of her words, the way they created a space for dialogue rather than debate. The conversation shifted from a battleground to a collaborative effort, each person taking turns to share their insights. Clara realized that by practicing mindfulness, she had not only influenced her own communication, but had also transformed the atmosphere in the room. Throughout the week, Clara made a conscious effort to integrate mindfulness into her daily interactions. She found herself pausing before responding to emails, taking a moment to consider her tone and intention. In meetings, she practiced active listening, focusing on her colleagues' words rather than formulating her response while they spoke. The results were remarkable. Clara noticed that misunderstandings decreased, collaboration increased, and her relationships with her coworkers deepened. One afternoon, while waiting in line at her favorite coffee shop, Clara observed a woman in front of her who seemed agitated, tapping her foot impatiently. Instead of succumbing to her own impatience, Clara took a deep breath and silently wished the woman peace. When it was finally her turn to order, Clara smiled at the barista, who looked overwhelmed by the morning rush. "Thank you for your hard work," she said, her voice calm and steady. The barista's expression softened, and Clara could see the relief in her eyes. As the weeks passed, Clara's practice of mindfulness began to extend beyond her professional life. She found joy in the little moments: a walk in the park, the sound of laughter from children playing, the taste of her favorite meal. Each experience became an opportunity to be present, to savor the richness of life unfolding around her. One evening, as she prepared dinner, she reflected on her journey. Clara realized that practicing mindfulness had not only changed the way she communicated, but had also deepened her understanding of herself and others. She had learned to pause, to listen, and to respond with intention rather than reaction. The lesson was clear. Awareness influences communication, and in the act of being present, she had created a ripple effect of connection and compassion in her life. Clara's story became a testament to the power of mindfulness, a reminder that even in the most ordinary moments, there lies the potential for extraordinary connection. By choosing to pause before speaking, she had transformed not only her interactions but her entire perspective on life. In a world that often demands haste, Clara found solace in the simple act of being present, and in doing so, she discovered the profound beauty of everyday moments. Thanks for tuning in to SmileyToon TV. If you enjoyed today's journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to keep the smiles coming. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this adventure going together. Stay positive, keep smiling, and let your mind wander.